Welcome to Cobb TV. I'm Sherry Kell, in the studio today with Chairman Mike Boyce for his weekly update. Welcome, Chairman.
Good to be back, Sherry.
Well, we are 3 weeks out.
Yes, ma'am.
The topic everybody wants to talk about, SunTrust Park. We've got a lot of projects and tasks we are just quickly checking off. You want to talk about a few of those today?
Yeah, I would. I've got a little cheat sheet here.
Awesome.
And I have no problem telling people that rather than skip some of the important, I'm just going to read from some of them to let our citizens know all the things that are happening right now to make this a really fun time down at SunTrust Park and Battery Park. I've been very, very focused and emphasizing to DOT that people in the morning on their way to work should know if there's going to be an event at SunTrust Park.
Right.
So the dynamic signs on 75 and 285, 6 of the 8 will be done by the time the stadium opens up, so that when you're rolling down 75 on your way to Atlanta or to your work center, if there's a game that night, you can adjust your traffic pattern knowing that there's something you got to consider on your drive.
And on those signs, they are unlike any we've ever had before. They're dynamic, as you said, meaning changeable,
Right.
but they're also 4-color. So they're really eye-catching, great signs, and they are very spread out. They start way up 75.
Yes, they do.
And you'll get plenty of warning.
Great. Well, I think the drivers will appreciate that.
Right.
As you also know, we've approved 2 more entrepreneurial lots for parking, and that takes us up to almost 1,200 spaces in these 7 lots. And I think, again, part of the strategy was to spread the parking lots out throughout that area so we don't have, a congestive, cloud of dust of people trying to get in and out of the parking. So I think spreading it out is going to be a big advantage and a big help.
And that's also in addition to the Braves' 14,000
absolutely.
spaces.
That's correct. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah.
These aren't the only lots.
Right.
The in-game operations center has been tested and it's up and running. So we have people looking through the whole area to adjust traffic flow and to bring resources, public safety, parking attendants, areas where we might be having issues to have an impact on traffic flow to that area.
Terrific.
The traffic management plan, they're going to announce the new phase 3 on Monday.
Right.
So again, it's because as things become complete, the Braves will now be able to more accurately put out information about that, and we'll be seeing that starting on Monday for the new phase 3 part of the traffic management plan. The Uber lot, which is going to be done, I think it's
Windy Ridge
yeah,
Parkway.
over there across on the
Right
Interstate
across the
Parkway.
street.
That'll be done, and of course we want to encourage people to use this new capability of the 21st century to call for a ride and have you picked up
Right,
after
and
the game is over.
they have just put in the street lights, and it is a little bit like the cell lot at Hartsfield, where they will queue in and people will have a place to wait for their Uber.
Great. And public safety is, of course, one of our highest priorities, if not the highest priority, which is why we're having the street lights put in there so people will feel safe in that environment. And finally, the businesses are opening up in Battery Park, and the fire department and the police department and community development are issuing the final certificates of occupancy so people can go in and use these wonderful facilities both before and after the game. And then the famous 285 bridge.
Right.
Yesterday, I attended a board meeting at the Cobb Galleria, Cobb Exhibit Hall and Coliseum Authority, and they approved the memorandum of agreement that the board approved yesterday.
Terrific.
So the final pin in the bridge literally has been approved, so that bridge will be done on April 14th. I've been assured by the Director of Transportation that the bridge will be done and people will be able to walk across that. So again, this is a great example of a partnership between the county and other agencies here, and how when we're all talking together, great things happen.
That's
so,
right.
Like I said, 3 weeks away. It's going to seem like 3 hours the way the tempo's going here.
Right.
We're hoping for great weather to continue so we can continue to finish out the construction process. But the thing I want to emphasize, there's been a lot of talk about this, a lot of concern about traffic down there, and I want to acknowledge that. Yes, traffic is being an issue. But I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they drive down there to see all that has been done by everybody to address that issue, and they'll see that we did not take this challenge lightly. And between the construction and our public safety officials and the Braves, what their plan is, they're going to be pleasantly surprised by the whole experience of getting in and out of the ballpark and and Battery Park.
Well, we're all looking forward to opening day, that's for sure. Well, this week we also had a very lengthy zoning meeting.
Right. Again?
Yeah, again. There's a lot of movement in the motion in the county right now. Would you like to discuss any of those projects?
Well, I just want to generally not talk about the cases themselves, but about how the board handled the cases. I've really enjoyed working with this board. I think they really are committed to not making a decision before all the facts are known. And even when we deny a case, or deny an application, there is extensive discussion that goes into the thoughts behind each of the commissioners. And if you'd had a chance to watch it on film, you'll saw that every one of the issues there involved a lot of back and forth between the commissioners. And most importantly, I'm just really deeply appreciative of the involvement by the community, people coming to the board knowing that they're going to have their voices heard, and that their voices make a difference, and that some of the things that were finally brought out in the motion brought by a commissioner included the comments by people in the audience. So again, I just commend the board for its willingness to be patient and to address every issue in a very responsible, professional manner, and just reflects the confidence that the people have in their commissioners, and the commissioners responding to that confidence. So just another mark of this open and transparency that I have been advocating from day one, and that how much the board has bought into this. So again, I invite everybody to come to the board. If they can't, watch it on Cobb TV. Mm-hmm. And sometimes, yes, they're long, but you're going to get a great example of democracy in action by this board. That's
right. Well, we have a Board of Commission meeting next week, and we will meet back again next week and discuss everything that's discussed there.
That's correct. And it's a night meeting next week. And I'll try to get it done before midnight.
Awesome. We'd appreciate that.
So would the commissioners.
All right. Well, very good. Thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me, Sherry. It's always a pleasure.